Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about my first oil change and my trip from Michigan to Florida and back hauling my Spyder, so stick around. So I'm just out for a ride today after a fresh oil change, and I just wanted to tell everybody, don't be afraid to change your own oil. It was very simple. I did watch a few YouTube videos. I didn't make one myself because there are quite a few out there. You can search that anytime and see a bunch of people changing their oil on the Spyder, but it's really easy. I was surprised. I was a little nervous at first. My dealer wanted $300. I had bought a kit from Sling Mods when I bought this machine, so I had it on the shelf, and I thought, why not? I could save myself around $200. The special tools I needed were a number 6 Allen Torx T45 socket and a 36 millimeter socket. That's all the special tools you really need. If you're half mechanically inclined, you guys could do it. I already had car ramps because I have a set of low profile ramps I used to pull the Spyder up on. And the side panel here just pops off and exposes pretty much where your oil filter is, and you just pull a pin and move the brake master cylinder reservoir out of the way, and boom, you can get to the filter. You drain the plugs out of the bottom, fill her back up, start it up, take it for a drive, and away you go. So I'm at 3,500 miles, first oil change. I am set for the season, so I highly recommend trying it yourself. If you have the means, you could save some money. I don't know how much other dealers charge. Like I said, mine was $300, so kind of weird. I know they have expensive labor rates and whatnot, and even car oil changes are expensive, but I tend to even change my own car oil. So anyway, I would say do it if you're halfway inclined, and should not be a problem. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was my trip to Florida and back, hauling the Spyder. As a trailer newbie, relatively Spyder newbie, I will say it went off without a hitch. No pun intended. As many of you know, if you haven't, you can go back and look at my videos. I bought a 7x16 enclosed high height trailer, and it worked wonderfully. We encountered some rain going down, so I knew that my Spyder was in the trailer safe and secure, not getting road slime and grime all over it. It felt safe and secure. I had already, marked out everything in the trailer. I knew exactly where to position the Spyder. I knew where to position my Vespa, and towed like a dream. Oh, nice Corvette. Towed down there like a dream and back like a dream. I used an F-150 half-ton pickup, and it was excellent. There's just no regrets on that if you're on the fence and you can afford it. I know enclosed trailers are much more money than open, but it just gave me a real sense of mind, peace of mind for theft potential, damage potential, just keeping everything clean and neat. The downside, of course, is fuel economy. My average there and back was between 9 and 11, so it really ended up about 10 miles to the gallon, which I have a half ton with a 2.7 liter. And I talked to some of my friends who tow with even 5 liters on half-ton F-150s. It seems like when you're towing a decent-sized trailer or a boat or something, everybody just gets 10. It's just where you end up. So, drawback, which I knew was coming, was the fact that it would be more expensive to get the Spyder down there with the trailer. But I was okay with that. I mean, it was extra expensive coming back because gas prices, they went up $1.50 a gallon from the time I went in December till we came back in April. But thumbs up on that. Highly recommend getting an enclosed trailer if you're thinking about it, and plenty of room. I had everything tied down solid. This thing never moved. Now, I tend to over tie things down. About really good tie downs, I had 6 tie downs on the Spyder. If you can imagine that. That's a lot of tie downs. I think some guys use sometimes just 2 in the front or 4. But I had 6 tie downs on this thing, so it definitely was not going to go anywhere. I had 2 off the front forward, 2 off the back of the front going back, and then 2 off the back tire, 1 from each side. It did not move 1 millimeter. I had it cranked down. I stopped and checked it quite frequently. Nothing moved, nothing shifted, everything stayed in its place because it was attached to the E-Track. So yeah, it was a successful trip for somebody not pulling a trailer. I thought it was pretty easy. Of course, a little nerve-wracking at first just because you're pulling something large, and I had mapped out all the hotels and the stops just from sort of a Google Maps perspective. I didn't want to get myself into a situation where I couldn't get out and have to turn around and get jacked in somewhere. I'm still new at backing it up. It was a challenge. You know, I can still back it in my driveway and get out and those kind of things. I just didn't want to get myself kinked anywhere. So pro tip, just look where you're going to stay. Make sure they have ample room and parking for trucks and trailers, and makes it a lot easier. So I did all that before we left. It was in a storage facility when I got there, and that was probably the toughest part of the whole thing. Was they had me in a really tight spot on an outside area, kind of at the end of a building, so I didn't have a straight shot to back up. So I kind of had to go, back up, go forward, back up, go forward, and kind of work the angle. And that was the toughest part, trying to get it in a tight spot when I got there after I unloaded it. But yeah, I think I have some of the trailer backup technology on my pickup. It is 10 years old, but it did help me to the point where I could use a little bit of that technology to help me back in. But yeah, awesome. Nothing happened to Spyder, nothing moved, nothing shifted, stayed clean. Just worked out great. I know it's an expense for that kind of use, but now I have a trailer to do whatever I want. I mean, I want to ride, take a lot of trips on the Spyder, so I don't know how many more use cases I have for trailering it, but that was one, and we plan to go back to Florida most winters from here on out, so I think that trailer is going to come in clutch. So just wanted to let you know how that went. I had a few inquiries from folks that saw the initial videos and wondered how everything went. But yeah, no major problems or concerns. Highly recommend the trailer brand Neo. It worked out great. Yeah, it's just what I picked, and it's just worked out well. So thumbs up to trailering your Spyder with an enclosed trailer if you have the means. One other thing I wanted to mention too is about a couple days from now, a year ago, I made my first video close by here in a state park, driving around. My first video telling you guys about all the problems I've had with this Spyder. So here we are, 3,500 miles later, a full season in Florida. Last problem was at 2,000 miles. That video still gets quite a few views and questions to this point, but come a long way since then, so I appreciate everybody watching. So we're 60 some videos later, 1,200 subscribers, and I know that first video was a little rough. My first time ever talking into a camera, making a video, riding and talking, and so I appreciate those who watched that video, and we'll see what I can do this coming spring and summer. So hang in there for more Mitch on Wheels ride videos. I apologize. I did say I was going to make a trip to Key West. We just could not fit it in this year. All the stuff we had going on, and I was in a beautiful area already, so I nixed the whole Key West trip, but I still will keep it on the agenda and conquer that another day. The New Zealand trip and Spyder tour is still on the agenda, as well as a trip around Michigan to Wisconsin to the UP Mackinac Bridge. That should come up later this summer. So excited to get out there as part of my goal for 2026 and put more miles on than I did last year. So should be a good year. But anyway, that'll do it for today's video. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe out there. Talk to you soon.